What's up guys, I'm Nivelite and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking to you about auto farming Wyvern 11. I still see some people struggle with putting together an auto team, so I want to put a video together to show you that it's not hard to get an auto farm going. I'm going to go over the stats, the gears, and the reasoning why I did and made certain decisions. So let's go ahead and check that out, guys. So the team that's actually in front of you right now is the team that I currently use for autoing Wyvern 11. Karin and Luna are my main attackers. Lena is just kind of there taking up space. She does help speed up the runs a little bit because she can provide some damage, but she will be either replaced or I bring a fodder along in her place. And Angelica is there as my main tank and healer role. So Angelica, let's start with her. Really, all you're going to want to focus on when you are going for your tank for Wyvern 11, you kind of want a water unit, an ice unit, whatever you want to call them, and you want high HP and high defense. They don't really need anything else other than that because they're just going to be single target attacks from the Wyvern and Wyvern 11. They're only going to attack your main leader unit. So just put somebody in that slot and they will be soaking all the damage. Angelica works perfect for this because she can heal herself and she has high HP and high defense. So as you can see, my S2 and S3 are fully mullet in her. That way her heals bring up. I do use Celestine on her just to kind of help her survive a little more hits. And her stats look like this. She's got about 17,500 HP and just under 1,500 defense. So the right side equipment looks like this: health, and speed. Now the reason why I have her on a speed set and a little bit of speed is because I want to bring her around 170-ish speed so she gets off her shield, which doesn't do much, but it helps, and also so she can heal herself a lot more so she can cycle through her turns. So basically for your healer, you're gonna focus on defensive stats, and if you need a tank, also HP and defense. That's kind of really all you need. So defensive percentage, HP percentage, and a little bit of speed, and you guys are good to go. So moving on, we'll talk about Luna next. I do have her on Draco plate, but you could really get away with 2 Daydream Jokers here. I have her on an attack set and really no speed at all. And the reason why I have no speed on her is because I want her to go behind my Karin. So when my Karin procs the 1-turn defense break, my Luna can go behind her and benefit from that defense break. And then Luna can do her defensive break, and that is another 2-turn to extend it. And they just kind of feed off of each other that way. So with her, it's just crit dam, as you can see on the necklace, crit dam, attack percent, and attack percent. And really for your DPS on Wyvern, that's all you're going to be focusing on is attack percent and crit damage. You do want to bring their crit levels up, so they are critting Wyvern at 100% crit rate. Luna obviously only needs the 70% chance because of her passive ability, so she only needs around 70% crit chance. And as you can see, her stats really aren't the best, but she does major damage nonetheless. So moving on from Luna, we're going to talk about my Karin. And as you can see with my Karin, I don't even have her Mola Gorid. She doesn't have any skill enhances. She has some items from the AP shop from chapter 2. So her gear really isn't special. She has 3 level 55 gears. She's got just enough crit chance so she can crit the Wyvern at 100% proc rate. And that's going to allow her to take more turns, because when she crits with her S2, she grants another turn. Her S2 gives the defense break, and then she can actually do her S1 or S3 after that. And every crit chance that she does, or every crit that she does, lowers her cooldown for her S3. So she's a great unit, honestly. And she's not hard to get. She's only a 4-star. So if you're using Karin, just remember, make sure that she's critting 100% of the time. I do have her on Daydream Joker, and her stats on the right side are crit dam, attack percent, and speed. And again, the reason why I went with speed is because most of your units you're going to want around 160 or 170, so they're getting their turns in, and they're actually cycling through their skills when you're fighting the Wyvern. So the last but not least is my girl Lena. I don't even have her 6-starred. She's just a placeholder, but she does enough damage on her own because she is such an excellent farmer, and since she is an ice unit, she works well to complement teams in Wyvern 11. So if you're struggling with your damage output, she's actually an option that you can use. All right, guys, so like I said, Lena is just a placeholder. Really, this team that I put together can 3-man it, and I'm going to show you some of that footage here in a second, just so you know that, it is, this team works. It works 100% of the time, and I have no problem farming Wyvern 11 with it. You don't need a lot of stats. You just need to commit to 1 or 2 characters to get your damage up and to soak enough damage in the front line so that your other characters stay alive. Before I show you some footage of my Wyvern 11 team in action, I'm going to give you some options in case you don't have the heroes that I have. And starting with Angelica and Lena, since these 2 characters, Lena is a placeholder for me. So let's say, for example, my Angelica wasn't strong enough to tank, I would have a tank in place there. So I would have a healer, a tank, and 2 DPS instead of a healer and 3 DPS. So in that role, you could use Crozet or Tywin or Crow or any tank that's ice would work. For a while, I actually used Fallen CC. She got the job done. You kind of want to try to use an ice unit because they won't take increased damage like all the other units will. So someone with high defense, high HP will do the job, and then you just need a support healer to keep them alive. So Montmorency would work. Montmorency is actually another good choice because once you build her up, you can actually solo heal tank with Montmorency as well. Aether will work in a pinch if you don't have another good healer, but any strong ice support unit would work there. For your damage dealers, if you don't have the damage dealers that I have, you could replace Luna with like a Lorena or even an Alexa, a Furious, a Terranor Guard. All of these options would work. You just kind of want to apply a defense break. You want someone who can do decent single target damage. So they don't actually have to be a 5-star unit. You could actually use Terranor Guard and Alexa with, say, Crozet and Angelica or Montmorency. That team would also work as well. All right, and with that said, guys, I'm going to leave you with a little bit of footage of my Wyvern 11 team in action so you can not only see that it works, it actually works rather well. Alright guys, and that's it for today. If you found this video enjoyable or helpful in any way, let me know by hitting that like button or subscribe. Leave me some comments down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and I will catch you guys next time.